strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Hey everyone, it's a new week. That means we have a new edition of Battle Mage Secrets, a new weekly challenge. This week the challenge is to show off the strategy behind the rule set. Keep your distance. This is the rule set where melee attackers are not allowed. So this drastically changes the matchup, and we're going to take a look at some of the strategies that you can use during this rule set. So let's just hop over directly into some battles here. This is one of my own. We're going to see some battles from several different players here. And the first thing that the basic part of this rule set is you're going to see a lot of reflect and a lot of return fire. This one we happen to get return fire from the rule set, but Almo has at max level has return fire and reflect already, so you're going to see a lot of Almo up front. Went with some reflect. Both you can see both squads using similar approaches here. We've got reflect, return fire, thanks to the rule set on Moira right here in the back. So right here, we've got Oshur, we've got Runic Skyclaw. Both sides have started to use that. When you have that reflection shield, you're going to see so much return fire, so much reflect, even if it's not there in the rule set, that having those reflection shields are going to be very, very valuable. You saw they had some martyr, some ranged martyr. Having a weak martyr card can be nice. You can stick it in the middle of the lineup. A lot of times it's hard to stick a martyr card in the middle of the lineup because you don't know if they're going to have an opportunity. You don't know if they're going to be able to actually target that card there. So when you know you've got all this return fire coming, you can stick that in there, get it some extra damage, and then we'll see this again. But I actually like the recharge that was down there, because one thing with recharge, we'll go ahead and start another battle here. One thing with recharge is the reflect or the return fire that comes back is not tripled, so you can get more efficient damage even going up against some reflects. So one other method to try to avoid the reflects, the return fires, is Scattershot. I absolutely love Yasik in this rule set. Once again, seeing Almo up front. This one is in Gold League, so he doesn't have the reflect, or doesn't have the magic reflect. Still has phase, so still can dodge some of those attacks, as you see there. Oh, we're getting out of control here. Sometimes the game does that. But having the Scattershot, being able to go around Almo, being able to go around, a lot of times you'll see Cornelius in the second spot if there's enough mana. Going around those cards with all that reflect, all that return fire, Scattershot is absolutely great in this rule set. And if we're going to show off Yasik, I think we can see this one. This one's clear here. This one's over. You know what? Let's go. We've got to show. Do I have him out of order? Here it is. We've got to show Yasik using Yasik. Here we've got a little bit more mana. Yasik versus Jotun, two of the top fire summoners. And you can see it. You're going to be able to see how valuable it is to go around Almo. We've got another Ash Mirage is a great card in this rule set. Has that reflection shield, so you know that. Here we're defending against Blast as well, but a lot of times it's as the game gets kind of carried away there again. A lot of times it's that return fire you're trying to defend against, but here it helps out with some blast as well, but doesn't take that return fire damage. Also has the headwinds, which is going to decrease ranged by 1. You're going to see a lot of range on the other side when the only options are magic or melee. So here's another example of Scattershot. You don't have to have Yasik to use a lot of Scattershot. So both sides going with a little bit of Scattershot. You also have both sides going with Izza the Fanged. Izza the Fanged is great because of that sneak. So you don't see a lot of sneak or sneak range or magic cards. So being able to sneak those in there, sorry for the terrible pun, got to break out the dad jokes. Being able to sneak those in there can be really nice, because a lot of times the other side isn't necessarily expecting that. You've got Izza the Fanged. You have in Modern. You also have the Coral Wraith in Water. That's a magic sneak attack character. Some of those can go around Almo, go around some of those reflects, some of those return fires that are up front, and be very, very valuable. Here you've got a Dragon Summoner Quicks, that -1 ranged. is going to be super nice. So bottom line, Scattershot is very, very nice in this rule set. So let's go over to, there was the Yasic battle. Let's go over here. One of Mimosa can also be very nice, and Death has some nice cards in this rule set as well. So we know they're using ranged, we know they're using magic, right? Mimosa brings the magic, the void, to help defend against magic, brings the -1 ranged, help defend against range, and the affliction can be very nice as well, because a lot of times there's some heals in here trying to keep that front lineup. Now Almo, one of the nice things about Almo is has that immunity, so the void doesn't work there, but against any card without immunity can be nice. We have Ra back here with a nice double strike Scattershot card. You have Queen of Crows, who can attack up front, which is nice. Has the return fire, has the headwinds, a very nice card. We see Cornelius again is one that we see in that second spot, in that snipe spot, quite a bit. I like Ra. When Ra can hit that Cornelius on the other side, it's always nice because that deals double damage. And then again, I like this Warlock. This Warlock with the recharge. Normally I hate recharge, but when you're seeing a ton of reflect, a ton of return fire, recharge can actually be a great place to use that. Let's take a look at one more death battle. Oh, it's also got some nice reflection shield cards. So we've got Revealer here, got that reflection shield. Kane Haste, one of the new Rift Watcher cards, has a bunch of blast damage that he can deal. And he has that reflection shield, so you don't have to worry about it coming back at him. One of the problems with Kane Haste is he's so easy to take out when there is if you have an opportunity card. A lot of times Kane Haste is the weakest card out there. If you don't have any taunt or something like that protecting him, well, there's not a lot of opportunity cards that have ranged or that have ranged or magic attack. You're much less likely to see it. Death actually has one of those, which you're not going to see in this video, but can be a nice option to go around those backline cards. Here everybody had snipes. Again, you see Almo a lot of times in the first spot, you got him in the second spot. You can stick up Queen of Crows here, and she can still attack. Works very, very well. So Death is definitely one of my favorite splinters here. But a lot of the elements bring good things. In fire, you have Yasic. Death, you have Mimosa. In water, we've got Lear. Lear can be great bringing that return fire to everybody. I didn't have a battle to show here, but can work out very, very well. And I showed a lot of these at either gold or diamond level because it's easier to show multiple concepts at once. But the same strategies are going to work even at lower leagues. You just can't quite get as much in there at the same time. But those same strategies can be used, bringing that return fire, bringing reflection shields, bringing reflect, scattershot. Those same types of abilities are still going to be very, very valuable. Just can't get as many on the same card. So again, I love the strategy videos. I love participating in these weekly challenges. Let me know, what are your favorite cards to use in this rule set? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next week.